I was just getting a routine, my annual physical, and I noticed that there was a bump on my chest that I had my physician take a look at. At that point, she recommended that I go to imaging to get it checked out and have an ultrasound. When they made the appointment, it was for an ultrasound. When I arrived, they said, we're doing a mammogram. And so I'm like, that's not really what I came for. But ultimately, they did the mammogram. And then in that same day, they had to go back and do the ultrasound anyway. So I got all the full meal deal. Now, 6 months prior, my niece was diagnosed with breast cancer while she was pregnant. And so as a family, we bonded together to support her and all that. So of course I did have concerns right off, but I tried to tell myself it's nothing, won't be a big deal. So shortly after my imaging results, I was called by Baylor Scott and White, one of the nurses, to schedule a biopsy. It was tough at first, to have them let you know, hey, this is cancerous and we need to do something about it. My initial reaction to it being breast cancer was pretty much, I've never known any man with breast cancer. So it's like I hit the wrong lotto. And, breast cancer, wow. So I found out that it was a real thing. It does occur. Facing the reality of it was one of the tougher times in the whole situation for me because I didn't know what was next. I finally came to Baylor and I had a sit down and meet with the doctor, my wife and I. That is when the whole thing was kind of broken down to me. And she did a great job of explaining exactly where I was at. And after that, I was actually given options of how I wanted to proceed with my care going forward. I chose to go the double mastectomy route because it was such a lower rate of return for the cancer. And the last thing I wanted to do was come back and go through it again. And once the tumor was removed, they sent the tumor off to be tested. And an interesting thing is that my breast cancer results came back exactly like my niece's. Because of the test results, chemotherapy was recommended that I would have to go through some treatments. And once again, I said, okay. And my wife boo-hooed. Made an appointment to have a port inserted. That is how they administered the chemotherapy. Final outcome for me was to be able to ring the bell. I fought really hard to get to that point. And really my inspiration for that was my niece that I spoke about earlier. She actually had a single mastectomy while pregnant. She had a healthy baby boy, and she proceeded and completed all of her treatment and was able to ring the bell. And she's doing great. She just laid the foundation for how to go through something like this, and it's made me a stronger person. Breast cancer, for me, it's had not only a negative effect in a sense, but a positive effect on my life. And I say that because you don't realize sometimes the support that you have until you need it. My support staff, or team as I call them, unreplaceable. Did everything mentally and physically that they could for me when I needed them. I have a beautiful wife, 2 beautiful kids, and a huge family that loves me and I love them. So at this point, a year later, I am 100% sure that Baylor Scott & White was the best solution for me. It was the best care that I could have chosen throughout this process. I came to the right place. I've met some great people, some people that have impacted my life, and I hope that I may have made them smile once or twice during my time here too.